In 1403, a boy took an arrow in the face. The shaft came out. The iron head did not. So how do you get iron out of a skull? He was 16 and in command of a division of his father's army at the Battle of Shrewsbury, which is a lot to ask of 16. Somewhere in the fighting, an arrow came in at an angle beside his nose, just under the eye, and kept going. Somebody pulled the shaft, and it came away clean, which everyone present took as good news. That was the problem. A bodkin point is a narrow spike of iron with a hollow socket at the back where the shaft goes, so pull the shaft and the socket stays behind. This one was 6 inches deep, in the bone at the back of the wound. He stayed on the field until the battle was won, arrowhead and all. Then they took him to Kenilworth Castle, and it got worse because a piece of iron in your head does not stay clean. The best doctors in England were sent for, and they tried potions, and they tried cures, and they tried all of it on a piece of iron. A royal surgeon writing years afterwards summed up their work as lewd, chattering leeches, which is the sort of thing you can only write once everybody involved is dead. The trouble was never nerve, because everyone was perfectly willing to dig around in a teenager's face. The trouble is that there was nothing to grip, because a socket is a hole. You cannot pull a hole. So, they sent to London for a man who was not only a surgeon but also a metal worker. He made things. He did not go straight in. His first move was to make the hole bigger, on purpose. He took dried elder pith, wrapped it in clean linen, soaked it in honey and put it into the wound. Then a slightly bigger one, then a bigger one after that. Honey, as it turns out, is genuinely antibacterial, and he had no idea why. He knew that wounds packed with honey went bad less often. And in 1403, that is the entire science. This went on for days, each probe wider than the last, until the channel was as deep and as wide as the arrowhead itself. Then he built the tool. 2 hollow tongs, the exact width of an arrow, with a threaded screw running down the middle, and he fed them into the wound and into the socket of the arrowhead, and turned the screw. The screw forced the tongs apart, so they locked inside the socket, gripping it from the inside, the way a wall plug grips a wall. Then he pulled, and in his own account he moved it to and fro, little by little, with the help of God and the screw he had built himself. And it came out. The man's name was John Bradmore. He was not finished. He washed the wound out with white wine. Then he went back to the probes, only smaller each time, so the wound closed from the bottom up instead of sealing over the top and rotting underneath. 20 days of that. Every day a smaller probe and a fresh dressing of barley flour and honey. He also rubbed ointment into the boy's neck because he was worried about seizures, and that was his best guess at stopping them. It worked. The boy lived. He carried the scar for the rest of his life, and the portrait everyone uses shows him from the side. 12 years later, he took an army to France and won at Agincourt. You know him as Henry V. For saving the future King of England, John Bradmore got 10 marks a year, and eventually a job inspecting cargo at the Port of London. He wrote the operation down in Latin, in a book he called The Nightingale, which is the only reason anybody knows it happened.